Hello. Welcome to Listening to Great Christian Souls. Today I'm going to be reading the 5th and 6th letter from the Practice of the Presence of God from Brother Lawrence. 5th letter. I received this day 2 books and a letter from Sister Blank, who is preparing to make her profession and upon that account desires the prayers of your holy society and yours in particular. I perceive that she reckons much upon them. Pray do not disappoint her. Beg of God that she may make her sacrifice in the view of His love alone, and with a firm resolution to be wholly devoted to Him. I will send you one of these books which treat of the presence of God, a subject which, in my opinion, contains the whole spiritual life, and it seems to me that whoever duly practices it will soon become spiritual. I know that for the right practice of it, the heart must be empty of all other things, because God will possess the heart alone, and as He cannot possess it alone without emptying it of all besides, so neither can He act there and do in it what He pleases, unless it be left vacant to Him. There is not in the world a kind of life more sweet and delightful than that of a continual conversation with God. Those only can comprehend it who practice and experience it. Yet I do not advise you to do it from that motive. It is not pleasure which we ought to seek in this exercise, but let us do it from a principle of love, and because God would have us. Were I a preacher, I should, above all other things, preach the practice of the presence of God, and were I a director, I should advise all the world to do it. So necessary do I think it, and so easy too. Ah! Knew we but the want we have of the grace and assistance of God, we should never lose sight of Him, no, not for a moment. Believe me. Make immediately a holy and firm resolution never more willfully to forget Him, and to spend the rest of your days in His sacred presence, deprived for the love of Him, if He thinks fit, of all consolations. Set heartily about this work, and if you do it as you ought, be assured that you will soon find the effects of it. I will assist you with my prayers, poor as they are. I recommend myself earnestly to yours and those of your holy society, being theirs, and more particularly yours, etc. 6th letter. To the same. I have received from Mrs. Blank the things which you gave her for me. I wonder that you have not given me your thoughts of the little book I sent to you, and which you must have received. Pray set heartily about the practice of it in your old age. It is better late than never. I cannot imagine how religious persons can live satisfied without the practice of the presence of God. For my part, I keep myself retired with Him in the fund or center of my soul as much as I can, and while I am so with Him, I fear nothing, but the least turning from Him is insupportable. This exercise does not much fatigue the body. It is, however, proper to deprive it sometimes, nay often, of many little pleasures which are innocent and lawful. For God will not permit that a soul which desires to be devoted entirely to Him should take other pleasures than with Him. That is more than reasonable. I do not say that therefore we must put any violent constraint upon ourselves. No, we must serve God in a holy freedom. We must do our business faithfully, without trouble or disquiet, recalling our mind to God mildly and with tranquility, as often as we find it wandering from Him. It is, however, necessary to put our whole trust in God, laying aside all other cares, and even some particular forms of devotion, though very good in themselves, yet such as one often engages in unreasonably, because these devotions are only means to attain to the end. So when by this exercise of the presence of God we are with Him who is our end, it is then useless to return to the means. But we may continue with Him our commerce of love, persevering in His holy presence, one while by the act of praise, of adoration, or of desire, one while by an act of resignation or thanksgiving, and in all the ways which our spirit can invent. Be not discouraged by the repugnance which you may find in it from nature. You must do yourself violence, At the first, one often thinks it lost time, but you must go on and resolve to persevere in it to death, notwithstanding all the difficulties that may occur. I recommend myself to the prayers of your holy society, and yours in particular. I am, in our Lord, yours, etc.